Oh, welcome to part 26 of fixing up this Jaguar 420G. We need to get this engine in that hole.
I've done a few things here. Painted the heater box just to make that a little bit tinier. I've removed the vacuum canister that was here, mainly because I'm not going to be using it, but also I'm also using that vacuum port to power the vacuum modulator on the new Type 12. I don't use the heater controls in this anywhere. We're in Australia. It's never gets too cold, never gets too hot, so it's going to be fine. And in case ever needs to see an inspector, it's stuck on demisters. Also made a gator boot for the steering shaft because the original rubber one was all perished, but yeah, it looks really cool now. So just to cover over what we've done with the engine so far, that's ready to go in now. I've ran this copper pipe back to the vacuum modulator, so that's all sorted. Clean the carburetors. I got the starter motor on. Yeah, it's not great, but I can't find 1/8 fittings. The engine mounts on the underneath the manifold is nice and loose because you actually have to get this around the steering box, and the manual actually says that you need to loosen this up to do that. Once it's sort of located in the car, it actually bolts down properly. I nearly got the engine hooked up. It's Boxing Day right now. I still got a jack underneath the sump, just holding it in place. It is bolted down though. Got the alternator wired back up. Bottom hose can be a real prick to get on, but that's back on. The Parrot steering pump's back on. Electrical connections, vacuum line, just stuff. Hopefully we'll get to the stage where I can start putting in a transmission cooler, sorting that out, and yeah, other fun things. So this is where the center console would be. It's all the radio stuff. Oh god, I'm not a tidy guy. But this is the shifter cable here. That is the mount for it that came with the bell housing on my 420G. And there's the access to the shifter, the actual shifter on the side of the transmission. And as you can see, even with the new copper line run to run that vacuum modulator, it's all going to line up, so that's very cool. Really is a plug and play solution. A Model 12 just fits in a Model 8 in a place of a Model 8, no problem. Okay, so the car's back on the ground. The wheels back on, transmission's fully hooked up. So it's got two flanges, one at the differential end, one at the transmission end. Usually it's a slipper yoke on the transmission end, but it's not on this car. So that's all bolted up, the pan's bolted up. I just put 7.5 litres of oil down that tube. It should be 8.5 litres, but I just don't know how much is residually in that transmission already. With the radiator, I put on this SAS radiator coupler, so no more vacuum cleaner pipes through here. New transmission cooler. Look at that. God damn. So I completely trust that transmission cooler, not the factory one again. The stock one, crossover tube there, and I just don't trust it. It's going to be too corroded or built up with gunk or something. I just don't want to risk burning up my new transmission. So the only thing stopping me right now is I've lost the key. I don't know where this key is. It's ready for a start, or it's ready to be primed up, started up, and see where we're at with the transmission, but there's no I've lost the key. So I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I'm sure it's not far. Okay, so I'm not too confident in the battery, but we'll see where we're at. The center console's out because if you remember, it was 1 or 2 clips ago, I gotta adjust the shifter. I think that should be neutral, but if we just turn that key on, you might be able to see No, you can't see that. What's it? The fuel coming through the carbies. Okay, that fuel pump sounds like it's stopped. So let's see where we're at. Oh, sounded like it caught nearly. Oh shit. Oh Jesus. Alright, that's jumping around. That ain't good. Hey, the transmission works. Holy shit. Alright. That's pretty bad actually. I don't know where that car's going. I had to stomp the brake then. Alright, so mind the smoke. I figured it out. Sorry, it was a bit spectacular, so I've got a foot on the pedal. Now, why I was revving up so high is I've got to put my foot underneath this accelerator, right? I don't think I've got the accelerator adjusted correctly, so that's my fault. But I'm safe enough. I think I'm safe enough to start it up again. So at 1500 RPM, well, if you notice, as soon as you touch it. But look at this. I put my foot on the accelerator. Bounces forward. Put it into neutral. Goes backwards. Hey, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so back from the test drive, engine's looking good, no coolant leaks, which is really cool. The only issue is it picked up all 3 gears on the first go, but then it stopped picking them up and then stopped shifting from park. And so I checked the transmission fluid, and I'm pretty sure that I've got to check it with it running in neutral. So I'll check it up in the morning once it settles down into its new home. I'm not too worried about the transmission. At this stage, I'm sure it's something a bit silly. Go out now. Oh, this is self-healing. Might be. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine if all in here was exercise. There we go. So I'm in drive now, and it's just revving until I stop the engine and then restart it, and then it'll be fine again. So as you can see, not gaining any speed. It's still in drive. Pull off. Yeah, once that noise happens, then it becomes an issue. So let me put it into neutral, then shut it off. Maybe the filter's blocked, you know, it's like all the crud's raising up to the filter. I didn't see any blockages in the filter though, but any blockage that's in the filter, you know, in the pan raises up to the filter, clogs it, and then we're back to this. So if I start it up again, so all the debris is theoretically back in the pan, then I can go like this. Put it to drive. Look at that, we got drive again. So that's my running theory on this condition of this transmission. So I'll get it back home and let's go over it. All right, so let's do this in one take. So what's it? I'm in neutral, go back down to drive. Okay, well I just cruised into here anyway, so I'll put it into park, and then let's see here. there, put it up, right on the full mark too. Interesting. I'm looking at trying to see if maybe the bleeding is an issue. I heard about air pockets, so I've got it set up on an angle. Trans cooler's higher than the transmission right now. It's just running in park. I'll go through the gears in a second, see if that makes a change. It's dumb enough to work. So that's where we're gonna have to leave it for now. Inconclusive whether or not I fix this transmission or not. I'll have to find out later. If you guys know, it drives just fine until it doesn't, and after about 5 minutes of driving it'll lose reverse, all forward gears, and then just all neutrals. And then I stop the engine, restart the engine, and then it's fine. It shifts pretty good when it's running. It shifts really, really well when it's working, and the engine sounds really healthy as well. Having first gear for the first time, really woke this car up, and having full throttle as well. Awesome stuff. It's just inconclusive. I'm really not sure if it's fixed or not. So leave a comment if you guys have any idea or suggestions on what I could do. I'm feeling a bit over it again, which is, I don't know what to say about it, but yeah, you do a lot of work and then it does this, and I don't know what to do. I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.
I want all my stuff.
We're not worried about that.
Don't touch me.
All right? I am going to touch you, and you are going to let me touch you.